What you say? Even more late night with the devil news this week. Hey everybody, Matt here with Halloween Daily News, and hell no, we're not sick of talking about late night with the devil. I don't think you're sick of hearing about it, because this is an exciting time when we've got a brand new original Halloween horror movie releasing in theaters in March, and then just 1 month later streaming on Shudder. So yes, after 2 teaser drops within 2 days, reactions, breakdowns, dissections, discussions, we are back with more late night with the devil news, because just yesterday, as I'm recording this on Friday, February 9th, when that official teaser trailer for this film was released exclusively through Entertainment Weekly. Entertainment Weekly also published at the same time some brand new comments from the directors of Late Night with the Devil, the Cairnes brothers, the Australian filmmaking duo Colin and Cameron Cairnes. Now, their first 2 movies are currently streaming. Their most recent feature film is called Scare Campaign, and it is streaming on Prime. I've never seen it. I'm going to check it out, probably this weekend, as a matter of fact, to celebrate all this excitement around Late Night with the Devil. Their previous feature film, prior to Scare Campaign, is called 100 Bloody Acres, and it too is streaming on Tubi and a few other outlets. So like I said, this comes to us from Entertainment Weekly, who talked to Colin and Cameron Cairnes about Late Night with the Devil. Now, as we've talked about before, as we look at this new image, also debuted this week over on Entertainment Weekly, of David Dastmalchian playing talk show host Jack Delroy. Now, just to catch you up if you're not aware, Late Night with the Devil takes place in 1977 during the live taping of a Halloween special episode of a syndicated late night talk show called Night Owls. The host of the show is Jack Delroy, played by the great David Dastmalchian, as you can see here in a new still that also debuted on EW earlier this week. So in describing the character of Delroy to Entertainment Weekly, Cameron Cairnes, the co-director and co-writer of the film with his brother Colin Cairnes, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing their last name, but Cameron says, quote, his, meaning Delroy's, ratings have been plummeting, so he goes to some, and then his brother Colin, as twins tend to do, finishes his sentence, and he says that he goes to some supernaturally extreme links, Colin interjects. And then Cameron continues to see if he can get a bit of a boost in the ratings. He invites a skeptic, a mind reader, and a parapsychologist in her ward who may or may not be possessed by the devil. You can expect hell to literally break loose on live TV, end quote. And that's, again, from Cameron, and with a little bit of Colin Cairnes interjecting there. Now, speaking of that parapsychologist in her ward, here they are. This is another new photo of 2 characters that were featured quite prominently in that teaser trailer. This is Laura Gordon here on the right, playing Dr. June Ross Mitchell, and in the chair there is young Ingrid Torelli as Lily. Speaking about Dastmalchian's performance in the film, which has been getting raves throughout its early festival screenings last year, Colin says, quote, David had written about horror hosts. Pretty much every city in America once upon a time had its own late night horror host who'd introduce spooky movies late at night. So once we knew about his love for the genre and clearly knew about his acting chops, it felt like he might be our guy. Cameron later adds, quote, Don Lane, who was a Johnny Carson, Dick Cavett kind of contemporary, only he was an American, who these brothers watched growing up in Australia. So he was kind of an Australian version of Carson or Cavett in a way. That's really who they drew a lot of inspiration from with their creation of this talk show host. Cameron explains, quote, Don Lane was a big influence on the story. Don was open to all things supernatural and had a real affinity for those people in that world. He was somebody that David had no knowledge of. We sent him some clips of Don amongst other clips of Carson and Cavett, but he really took to Don, and I think you can see that in his performance. They also talked about recreating the look of what a live syndicated talk show would look like circa 1977. And again, I was just blown away by how much they captured that vibe of how TV looked in the late 70s in just the brief teaser that was released earlier this week. So in creating that, Cameron and Colin, they credit their cinematographer, Matthew Temple, for training the young camera operators to frame shots in what he calls, quote, a very uncinematic way. Colin notes, quote, it had to feel authentically like 70s TV. It probably took us a few days, if not longer, for everyone to get totally comfortable with that style of shooting. But when we did, the results were there on the screen. It just looked and felt so true to the time, end quote. And again, I mean, just from the styles of the clothing that we've seen here, even in this still, to the background artwork, those colors as well. That promo for Night Owls that was released one day and then removed a day later online. Everything we are seeing, it looks like they have nailed that 1977 vibe and just adding the demonic supernatural touches and, of course, the Halloween of it all, really leaning into that with these early teases. I love that. Stephen King is among those that raved about the movie after seeing it. He tweeted, quote, it's absolutely brilliant. I couldn't take my eyes off it, end quote. And of that famous quote from Stephen King, which is now being used in that official teaser trailer, Cameron says that he and his brother can now basically die happy men. And yeah, who wouldn't feel like that after getting such praise from the master himself, Stephen King. Late Night with the Devil hits theaters March 22nd, ahead of its exclusive streaming premiere on Shudder starting on April 19th. You guys know how excited I am for this movie. I've been geeking out on this first taste of footage that we've gotten this week with these two teaser videos. If you haven't already, check out my breakdown and discussion of both of those. You can also see my first reaction as I watch both of those for the first time. If you're a channel member, I urge you to consider becoming a channel member. It helps support us. It's basically just like Patreon, only it's here on YouTube, and it's only $5 a month, just one tier, and early access to a lot of our videos as well as exclusive video content are just two of the perks you get when you're a member. So just think about that. And if you enjoyed what you saw here, be sure to hit this video with a like. And most importantly, let us hear from you down in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Late Night with the Devil so far? What do you think of these fresh comments from the Cairnes brothers, the directing duo from Australia? Are you going to be checking out Scare Campaign on Prime like I am this weekend? Or maybe you've already seen it and you're already a fan of theirs. Let me hear from you in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our ongoing coverage of all things Late Night with the Devil and all other Halloween movies and everything else coming your way for Halloween 2024 right here on the HDN YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. Hey everybody, I want to remind you that we have official merch. That's right. Now available in the HDN Spring Store. You can show your love for Halloween every day, all year round, with official Halloween Daily News t-shirts. Many different designs are available, many different styles, colors, all sizes, including the original HDN Classic, our special Triple M Crew design for the Michael Myers Monday regulars out there, and our brand new What Would John Carpenter Do design. All of these are available, like I said, multiple sizes, colors, and styles on t-shirts. And that's not all. We've got other merch available like mugs and stickers and lots of other cool stuff. Check it out now at the merch link in the description of this video.